Howdy Ho, YouTube! Jon-Luke Vgc here. Today, I will be using the team that Dill, or Sticktbug on X, love that name, used to make second place at EUIC a little bit of time back. So you're probably like, Jon-Luke, that was a while ago. Why are you just using the rental now? Well, they just released it. So, and I really wanted to try this team. I thought it looked really cool. The minute I saw that they had released the rental in PokePaste, I picked it up and I started practicing with it. Because I love Miraidon. First things first, let's get this out of the way. Dill, if you're watching this, your hair is incredible. Great hair. Love your hair. You seem like such a nice person. So I wanted to get that out of the way. I say it in the outro too, but when I said it, when recording the outro, I was like, I want to say that at the beginning too. So that way, because not everyone stays to the outro. Dill, you have great hair. All right, let's hop onto this. We have Miraidon. Also, nickname's really good. We have Miraidon, or Mega Beast with the cat emoji. Terra Fairy Tree Specs, Hadron Engine with Electric Volt Switch, Draco Meteor, and Dazzling Gleam. Super common. This one is a little less offensive. It's only 124 modest. That's less than we see sometimes. And a little faster, 204 speed. Then 404 defenses and 172. We're seeing these defensive Miraidons pop up more and more to live the bulk. That is becoming a problem into opposing Chien-Pao, which is becoming a really big way to stop Miraidon. But Suke or whatever the saying is. I don't know. Anyways, we're moving on. Miraidon, it's really good. Probably the best restricted. We have Incineroar, or Hello Freak, with Terapagos, Rocky Helmet Intimidate, with Flare Blitz, Knockoff, U-Turn, and Fake Out. A lot of HP, 140 defense, and then this is actually 116 Careful and Special Defense, so this is a far more specially defensive Incineroar than we're used to seeing. And it makes sense. I mean, you're mainly putting physical defense there to survive Surging Strikes from some Urshifu, but you have Miraidon and Iron Hands, so like, why do you care? You know, it's just like, whatever. We'll just rock it out. So, super common set. I like Flare Blitz a lot. It helps in a lot of matchups with that additional offensive pressure, particularly Calyrex Ice Rider, which this team can struggle with a lot. And U-Turn instead of Parting Shot. I get it. You want to break sashes. It also helps deal with Chien-Pao, which is going to be a pretty big problem for this team. But, dang, do I like Parting Shot. So, you know, live some, you live some. It is what it is. But I think it's a smart addition for this particular team comp. You have Urshifu, or Radical Queen, Terra Dark, Focus Sash, Unseen Fist with Wicked Blow, Sucker Punch, Close Combat, and Detect. With the Focus Sash, you would anticipate 252, 252. Nope, this has 20 defense, and then 4 and 4 in HP and Special Defense. My guess is that is to live a specific Urshifu Rapid Strike Surging Strikes role. I don't know what it is. It's probably something to do with Mystic Water or Sash, but you see that on Chien-Pao sometimes. Like Michael Kelsch has been running like 92 defense and like 4 HP, I think, on Chien-Pao, or 12 HP, something like that, to survive Rapid Strike. Always survive Mystic Water, Terra Water, Urshifu Rapid Strike, not in the rain, or something like that. So these kind of quasi, like, small amount of bulk to survive a multi-hit move. Pretty, you see that a decent chunk when you have these Focus Sash Mons, so I don't think that's out of the ordinary. You have Iron Hands, or Party Pirate, which is personally one of my favorite nicknames. Terra Poison, Assault Vest, Quark Drive with Drain Punch, Low Kick, Heavy Slam, and Fake Out. 164 Adamant, and then 252 Special Defense. So this thing is super specially bulky, and then a little HP, so you don't really need all that much, and then a little defense. Terra Poison is an interesting Terra type. It makes you resist Fairy type moves, which is smart because Flutter Mane's a big problem, because you have, what, 1, 2, 3 Pokemon that are weak and only 1 resistance. However, that means that you always are weak to ground, which can be something important to keep in mind. You know, Landorus. And you don't really have an amazing way to handle Landorus here, especially Scarf Landos. So I'm interested. I don't think I run into any Scarf Landos in today's video, but Dill, if you are watching, maybe I should just watch the video that I got this from, and I'll link that in the description down below. But yeah, that is interesting for me. You have Iron Treads, or Crimson Racer, Terragos Choice Band Quark Drive with High Horsepower, Iron Head, Steel Roller, and Rock Slide. I mean, lots of speed. I think it outspeeds max speed Landorus or Chi-Yu. And then Terragos, so you don't get faked out. Bada bing, bada boom. You know what I'm saying? And it needs to be fast enough so that way it gets the speed Quark Drive boost, which I think makes a lot of sense. And finally, you have Mythic Dreamer, the Farigiraf, Terra Water, Electric Seed, Armor Tail with Psychic Roar, Trick Room, and Helping Hand. Great Calyrex Ice answer, but you don't have Foul Play, which is pretty common. Instead, you have Roar, so you can maybe, if it gets a couple boosts, you can roar it out. You can stop boosting Pokemon pretty easily. It's really cool. I don't think I need to talk about too much how to utilize this comp. I mean, Miraidon is a pretty established comp, and most people know how they play it. I would say the two things that are different with this team than another one is the main thing is Iron Treads. I'm really only ever bringing to the Miraidon mirror. I think that's basically it. I'm never doing it for anything else. And then just as I've talked about with other Miraidon teams, I think the way you need to play Miraidon generally has changed. And so I'm maybe leading with Miraidon like 50% of the time compared to how it used to be like 95% of the time. So just kind of keep that in mind. But overall, I'm really excited to play this team. I've wanted to play it for a really long time. Thank you so much to Dill for making and sharing this team. Congrats again on second place at EUIC. Getting Wolf Glick to a Game 3 is an achievement in and of itself. You should be incredibly proud of the work you put in. I'm super duper excited to see how you flourish in the Pokemon community in the years to come. So thank you all so much for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and become a channel member. Let's go ahead, hop into the battles. Okay. All right, we have Tornadus, Chi-Yu, Terapagos, Fluttermane, Rillaboom, and Urshifu. Okay, so this to me screams specs on the Terapagos. Let's do iron horsepower. Okay. Nothing here can do a ton. Having two fighting types is really cool, but okay, so for this, I'm going to want to leave Miraidon in the back, I think. Like, I can lead you and you. And the only thing that can really punish this duo is Urshifu. With you and you, I think. That's what I want to do. Okay. Yeah. I think the only thing that can really harm this duo is Urshifu. And I'm not particularly afraid to actually use my Terra on Incin. To you, Flutter. Yep. That's fine. Intimidate is Flutter Booster. Yep, cool. So then I actually want to use my Terra on... I feel like you're gonna fake out. I mean, Terra, right? Trick Room. Nice. And Rillaboom comes in. Nice. Unless Fluttermane has Taunt, which wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, I guess. But we can see. It might have Taunt. These booster Flutters have Taunt. Nope. Cool. Alright, I can just drop into Iron Hands now. Okay, so now the question is do I want to swap into Incin? Or do I want to swap into Miraidon? And I'm saying that I want to swap into Incin. So we can just go for the Heavy Slam. And back into Incineroar. Nice. Fluttermane goes down. That's why I really like the addition of Heavy Slam on Iron Hands. High horsepower. That was a crit. Yep. That's okay. It's like, I saw that damage. That's a crit if I've ever seen one. Terapagos. Okay, is it specs? So my thought is yeah. Well, I have Rillaboom, so I don't think so. I think it protects. I'm happy to Rain Punch Rilla and fake out Rillaboom here. Nice. Heal up a little bit. Earth Power. Yeah, but it doesn't do very much. Yep, so that's Specs. Only Specs is going to run Earth Power. So now I'm happy to drain. Actually, I'll double the Rilla again. Drain Punch. Well, no need, right? Drain Punch. And Flare Blitz. Okay, that's fine. Nope. So that's not Specs. That's really interesting. So, I guess I don't really care about Chi-Yu all that much. It's got to be Scarf, right? How many more turns of Trick Room are there? One. And you turn out on the Terapagos. Because they want to Terra someone, right? And I don't really see Chi-Yu being able to do much to me this turn. Yep, so we're gonna break the Terra Shell. Yeah, it doesn't do very much at all, but that's okay. I'm gonna bring in Farigiraf. I still have all four, don't I? Yeah, I haven't even... I won't do it. Yep. Who do you miss? Okay, that's fine. Okay, so you are leftovers. Legends return to normal. The grass disappeared from the battlefield. Okay. So we're gonna go Miraidon. So I really want to beta Terra. So now we're gonna swap right back into Incineroar. And Psychic. Yep, there it is. That's why I did that play. I wanted to bait the Terra, so they try to get rid of my terrain. I don't know if Ridge will survive the turn, but... yeah, so you're locked into that. I definitely think Incin will. If... that might affect the... like, if Ridge survives or not. Nope. That's fine. So now I can just double Chi-Yu and then go for the Terapagos. So I'm definitely gonna fake out Chi-Yu. Yeah, I'll electric Chi-Yu. Yep. I wanted to call that. There's the... so Chi-Yu's not surviving this. And then I should be able to tank 2 Terra Starstorms. For sure, I think. But it's not going to take more than 2 to KO this thing. I have... I'll go Knockoff for the giggles. And Electro Drift. How much does this do? Almost the whole thing. Yeah. Alright, GG's. I don't think a crit takes me out. I mean, it's a neutral hit, and this is unboosted. Yeah. Yeah, so... yeah, I think that's it. GG's. Good game to my opponent. Terapagos. Very bulky. They probably protect here, but you can't successfully stall out my Electro Drift PP. Battle was canceled. Yeah, good game to my opponent. If I wasn't PP maxed, you could try, because I'd only have 5, so you would need a triple protect, which isn't likely. Very unlikely. But is far more plausible than getting 6 protects in a row. So in that instance, if we can't... you don't know if it's the rental, you can't see the nicknames. I would actually say it's kind of fair for them to go for multiple protects, because if you only... there's a world where you only need a triple protect, and then maybe you don't get KO'd by a struggle, and then you can maybe stall me out with taking struggle recoil. So I think there's definitely a world where you maybe could have tried to go for the triple, and then had a really kind of frustrating end game if you got it. But yeah, it'd be interesting. But yeah, I'm PP max, so I'm totally fine. So good game to my opponent. Let's do another one. Hey, yo. Someone had the same idea. Willful's using the same team. So in these mirror matches, it's pretty interesting. So basically, we each have to pick a mode, right? That's what I'm thinking. It's Terra Ghost. Well, I have all of the information right here. And Crimson Racer. Yeah, it's... well, so on both counts, the... yeah. I actually think I want to go you and you. No. You, and you, right? Yeah. This one will be tough. But I have the whole team in front of me, so that's always good. My main thing is I think the Iron Treads is really good into the team, so I want to pin it, basically. That's funny. Okay. I definitely think I want to U-turn Ursh. And swap Miraidon, I think. We both have the exact same. That's so funny. Nice. Cool. Bunch of chip damage to that Urshifu. Little bit more. I mean... Okay, so... every day of the week, high horsepower is super safe into the instant slot. And then I just want to volt switch off Urshifu, I think. Iron Treads, nice, cool. Massive. That's fine. And there goes their treads, which is nice. Yeah, I always want to volt switch there. So if they go into their own Miraidon, then I have a... Okay, so they're going to go into their own Incin. That's fine. Okay. So I'm actually happy to go into Incineroar here. Terra Fairy. Volt switch. They can fake me out, but they're not going to deal all that much damage. Yep, that's fine. Yeah, and that does nothing. Okay. Do this. Nice. Oh, I actually kind of didn't want that to KO. I'll go into Urshifu. Oh, this is -2 now. Okay. So KOs. Oh, wow. A lot of crits. Let's do this. I might need to win a speed tie. Okay, I can always, I think, KO the Urshifu here. Because I can just Dazzling Gleam. Yeah, I didn't actually want that to KO, I don't think. In close combat. Yep. If I can... So they have to double the Urshifu, and the next turn I can just go for the Steel Roller and be good, or the Iron Head. As long as I get rid of the Urshifu this turn, we're in good straights. Yep. So you can't KO my Urshifu this turn, which is huge. Oh, and I win the speed tie anyway, so I get some additional chips. So that basically seals it, I think. Yeah, so I think you'll take out my Miraidon. Oh, no, you don't. Okay. Yeah. So my thought there is that Urshifu's Sash is broken. You have to double the Urshifu in order to KO it. Okay. Yeah. So a Dazzling Gleam isn't going to KO Iron Treads, so I actually just want to go here. And Sucker Punch, I guess, just to get some additional chip. Because you're locked into D-Gleam. But yeah, so then I basically, as long as I get rid of the Urshifu, no matter what you do... Still has more than I'd like, but that's okay. No matter what you do to the... Treads will always answer Miraidon. That's kind of my thing. Treads will always be able to answer it. Because I get a speed boost now. I can probably just go for... I mean, it doesn't really matter what I go for, I guess. Is Iron Head 100% accurate? Yeah, but there's no reason not to go for Steel Roller. Yeah, good game to my opponent. Yeah, I think the Urshifu having lost its Sash there was really, really big. And the fact that I still had mine intact was pretty massive. So that's why I was like really trying to safely play around those two Pokemon, because I knew that they were going to be my win con in the mirror match in the end. So yeah, them breaking the Sash on Urshifu. The thing is I was actually put in a slightly more worse position because of that instant got crit and got KO'd. I actually didn't want it to do that. And I think it would have survived without the critical hit, because normally it takes Terra Electric Volt Switch to do it. And this one is pretty specially bulky, 116 careful. So I don't think the Volt Switch, the neutral Volt Switch, would have done it. And it going out meant they got that free swap into Miraidon, which means I had to position, interestingly enough. I don't think the crit from Urshifu mattered as much. It stopped me from getting as much fake out pressure later in the game, which I guess is a little frustrating, but I think I was still in a fine enough position, because as we saw, the Dazzling Gleam did not KO my Miraidon. Now it did. If it crit, yeah, then I'm out. And that would have been 3 crits, which is pretty unlikely, to cause me a really bad position. I didn't want either of those 2 critical hits that were achieved that turn. So yeah, I mean, the likelihood of that's pretty low, but that was still a possibility. But all in all, I was basically pretty much fine unless I got kind of the worst luck I could have. And then I do feel, though, that my what was I going to say? My lead was good because that's also what they led with. So, whew, great minds think alike. All right, good game to my opponent. Still, your team rules. You just got it doubled up in the video. Let's do another one. Alrighty then. This is a hard Trick Room team. Oh, this is actually going to be quite tough. Garganacl, Amoonguss, Farigiraf, Torkoal, Dialga Origin, and Ursa Luna. Okay. No taunt anywhere. Yo, this one's gonna be hard, actually. Okay. Terra Poison here, which isn't good. Well, who's their Trick Room setter? They got 2 of them, right? Sure. Okay. Might need to hit a Draco Meteor. This is actually a really interesting team. Dialga and Farigiraf. Okay. Hey, this is pretty good. So most Farigirafs are Terra Ground, Terra Water. I am threatening a lot of damage here. Okay, so I think they have to swap out one of them, right? I think I just do this. They could rip Terra turn 1. Okay, actually that's really great. Well, never mind. I don't really care anymore. Yo! It lived. That's kind of cracked. Okay, I want to swap into Farigiraf. And Wicked Blow. In case they're Terra Ghost. Oh, GG's! Good game to my opponent! Okay, I see what they were going for, right? So they thought that I was going to go for a move from Miraidon into the... let's talk about this. Okay, this is a really short battle, but that is such a cool team. I really don't want to leave this match out. Because let's walk through that beginning game, right? So they have Dialga Origin and Farigiraf. I have Miraidon and Dark Urshifu. So they thought that I was going to go for the Wicked Blow into Farigiraf. And if that's the case, Farigiraf might have been Focus... No, it wasn't Focus Sash because I KO'd it in one hit. So I'm not quite certain what its item was. I'm not totally certain why they let me make that play. But for the sake of argument, right? So they have Farigiraf and Dialga Origin. They don't Terra or anything. So I KO Farigiraf with a Draco Meteor. Because I personally thought... I might actually want to take this because I think talking this through is really good. So you can see a deeper look into what I'm thinking during that match instead of just specifically like seeing my play, because I don't necessarily know if I always talk enough. So my thought is okay, Terra Ground for Farigiraf is really common on a lot of these comps because they specifically don't want to get KO'd by Miraidon. So I don't feel super comfortable going for a Electro Drift, which would KO for a Giraffe. Otherwise, I'm like almost entirely certain. So I go for a Draco Meteor because I feel like Terra Fairy is far more rare than it used to be. Really common now. I don't think it's so common. You're seeing like Terra Water, you know, Terra Ground, that kind of stuff. If you specifically want those comps, that kind of thing. And then I was afraid of they could Terra Ghost on the Dialga Origin. I don't think it's not going to be flying because they probably have telepathy, and telepathy means that you can ignore the attacks of a Pokemon that your partner Pokemon. So that means that Ursula probably had Earthquake, would be my guess. Maybe Torkoal even had like Lava Plume is an option. So it's like, okay. So I was afraid of a Terra specifically from the Farigiraf. I thought maybe they would swap out the Dialga Origin. So I connect that. That's great. I do not KO the Dialga Origin. Very bulky. Super bulky. Remember, that's max attack out of an Urshifu. Stab, close combat. Super effective. That might have been a roll even. I don't know. It doesn't matter. So they bring out Ursaluna, right? They still haven't utilized Terra. So I'm like, man, it would really, really suck here if they protect with Ursaluna. I go for another close combat into the Dialga Origin. It's Terra Ghost. They get up Trick Room. That would be really, really bad. Like super duper bad. Dialga Origin is not weak to Ghost type moves or Dark type moves. So I think it being Terra. No, I'm going Wicked Blow, right? Oh, then there is no immunity. So it's like I was mistaking that for Ghost for a second. So it's like, okay, they can't be immune to my Dark type move. So I always KO because they have such little health. There's no point in going for another close combat. Ursaluna can take something out, but now without the speed control, it's really kind of cooked. Like it's game over for it. So I can just swap out Miraidon to reset the special attack drops into Farigiraf, get the KO on the opposing Dialga Origin. Sorry, this is a lot talking. They can't KO Urshifu because I have Focus Sash, and I'm +1 defense on Farigiraf. And it doesn't have, and that's not burned yet, so it's not getting its Gust Boost. So I don't actually think that it will it will KO even with a Facade. So now what do they have left? Torkoal and Ursaluna, right? I mean, Torkoal's going to go down to an Electro Drift. So the Urslot, I mean, as long as I can bait out a Terra, I'm actually pretty good. So like, I can, probably just go for close combat into Ursaluna, or if I'm really feeling myself, go for like Helping Hand. You know, I don't even need to. Who do I have in the back? Who did I take in the back? Oh, Iron Hands. Yeah. So I mean, if they're Terra Ghost, that's bad. So maybe I would detect and go for a Psychic attack somewhere so I could beta Terra. And then kind of go from there. Yeah, maybe I would detect with Urshifu, beta Terra, go from there. So overall, I do think that game was basically over unless I like really, really, really messed up. But I thought that team looked really cool, and my game plan to that was really scary. And so I was going to have to make a lot of reads. So I really wanted to talk through that because, I mean, Hard Trick Room is not an uncommon archetype. So that's something important that we need to think about. We're going through that, and I think that it's really important to kind of have a game plan for that kind of archetype. So either way, really good game to my opponent. I am a bit confused on why they didn't Terra or anything turn one, but they were making a call and they just unfortunately got it wrong. So it is what it is. Let's do another one. All right, hang on. I misclicked buttons. All right, Luna is running. First of all, that's the name of my cat. This is weird, but Groudon, Jumpluff, Walking Wake, Urshifu, Fluttermane, and Ogerpon. So, thing here is you can Tailwind. So I think I actually want to go for Trick Room mode here, I think. Right? What I think I want to do. That's definitely Dark Urshifu. But I don't want Jumpluff to be able to put me to sweep. So, probably what I'll end up doing turn 1 is Terra Fairy Volt Switch off Jumpluff Trick Room. Cool trainer card. Love her. Women that take photographs and have a lot of eyeliner. Yeah, so you are definitely going to Tailwind every day of the week. The drought. So my play here is pretty obvious. Bonk. All right, let's see. If they don't Tailwind, sad. But it's fine, I still have Solar Pokemon in the back. Okay. I mean, we've all made that mistake. Well, this is actually kind of bad. Because I wanted Precipice Blades to go first. Well, Instant is the most expendable, and they might not be Clear Amulet. They're definitely Clear Amulet. That's actually bad. For me. Okay, they're not Clear. Oh, they might be AV. You miss Instant? Hey! Needed that. Needed that bad. Okay. We are sitting pretty with an Urshifu. They might be AV then. That's kind of my thing. I'll go ahead and knock off. I'll double in. Bridge can go down. Yep. Give me a free swap, please. Yep. Cool. I'll take that. And I break a sash with Rocky Helmet. That's huge. Yeah, I was like, Forage can go down. I don't want to swap anything in. Hey, guess what? Hands time. At -1, I would anticipate that I actually survive, so I think I can just Drain Punch Ursh. Well, do you have a Ghost type in the bag? Fluttermane. I don't think you brought it, though. And if you did, I can just hit it next turn. Well, actually... I mean, yeah, we're in a pretty good position. Let's just go for the Heavy Slam. You're -1, and I have Terrain up. And I can go for the Psychic on Groudon, which I think will KO. Ogerpon, okay. That's fine. So I know that you don't have... Flutter Mane. Defense Veil. I mean, I guess I just don't really care about Urshifu all that much, but I'm still fine to go for it. Like, as long as I can get damage on Ogerpon, I think I'm pretty good. Okay, that's fine. Because Urshifu isn't protecting here. If I can stall out the Trick Room and just deal enough damage as this Ogerpon, then, I mean, a Dazzling Gleam will just handle the rest. Groudon's lost its Assault Vest. Yeah, this is going to KO for sure. And now you're -1 special defense on Ogerpon. Yeah. Who are you going into? Yeah, oh, that's fine. Yeah, Farigiraf is going down. What, one more turn to Trick Room? Yeah. Okay, so I don't think that Groudon can KO me in a single hit. So I'm actually fine. Does Ogerpon protect though? Probably not. I'm actually gonna go Ogerpon. Well, no, hang on. No, yeah, I'm just gonna low kick Groudon. Oh wait, because they could double, so they could go after Miraidon and KO. I think this is still fine. Okay, Groudon goes down, which is what I wanted. Yeah. Yeah. But without the Sun Boost, I think we're good. Yeah, the Harsh Sunlight faded. I think we survive. Because this is a neutral hit, and Iron Hands is disgusting. Yeah. I could have called that, but I don't know. I just don't think it's worth it. This is going to be close. But yeah, I mean, I just have so much bulk in this thing. Okay. The moment of truth. Yep, we live. I was like, because normally these Ogerpon don't run that much attack investment. Especially when you have the sun up, because you're going to be nuking things anyways. So I was like, I'm pretty certain we live barring a crit. So I was kind of like, I'm willing. Yeah, that last, I was running out of time. Or else I would have thought it out more, because yeah. So my thinking there was like, okay, I can definitely KO Groudon this turn. Unless they, for some reason, are Assault Vest with Protect, which is not unheard of. It's uncommon. It's not unheard of in case you get the Assault Vest knocked off. But then, yeah, they can just Ivy Cudgel into Miraidon, probably KO it, and then go from there. And then I have to basically survive the Ivy Cudgel, but I knew the sun was running out. If the sun wasn't running out, I would have been a lot less willing to make that play. But then the other option was I go into... let's see, I go into Ogerpon, they protect... I don't think Heavy Slam does it if they have it, but I don't necessarily... you see what I'm getting at is, and then they attack with Groudon. Maybe they crit and KO my Iron Hands. Like, that endgame was really wonky because of how the speed tiers were running out. Yeah, so I don't necessarily know if I made the best play in that moment. I'm not convinced that I did. But with the amount of time I had left, I had to pick something, and that was kind of what I wanted to do. But it might have been better to go after the Ogerpon, but I still might not have KO'd it. I don't know. No, I would have KO'd it because of how much health it had. So yeah, that was an interesting penultimate turn that I could have gotten punished on, but thankfully I didn't. So really good game to my opponent. The Sleep Powder turn 1 actually messed me up. I was really anticipating a Tailwind. And so them going for the Sleep Powder there, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say that that was intentional. They purposefully went for the Sleep Powder so that way I couldn't get out, freely Volt Switch, and get the safe Trick Room up. And in that instance, really cool play. If you accidentally click Sleep Powder and didn't realize that Electric Train was up, I've been there. So I'm not going to blame you one little bit. So really good game to my opponent. Let's do one more. All right. Yo, okay, this is actually a really hard matchup. Kyogre, Fluttermane, Raichu, Dragonite, Incin, Rillaboom. Okay. Sorry, I accidentally didn't click correctly again. So, I gotta get rid of that Raichu, right? Like, we all agree on that? They have Fake Out. I mean, Iron Hands is... Oh, golly. Gee. Incense Terra Ghost, isn't it? This is actually really interesting. That to me says Calm Mind Raichu. I mean, Calm Mind Kyogre. Let's do this. I have no idea. That's gonna be really tough. That Raichu really kind of cooks out Miraidon. So I need to prioritize getting rid of it before because they're definitely, if they don't lead it, they're gonna switch into it like every day of the week. I mean, I think that's pretty obvious. I think this is a Calm Mind Kyogre. Yep. Drizzle. Okay. So I definitely want a low kick. Swap into Farigiraf. Maybe I could have gone for a Trick Room angle here. I don't know. Grass. This is gonna hurt. Nice. Okay. This is an AV Iron Hands. It's gonna survive whatever this wants to do. On one. Literally one. Yep. Unless it's like specs or something. Let's do this. Yep, there's Raichu. I'm assuming it's Focus Sash because I have a Rillaboom. Nice. Let's do this. You can only fake out one. You can only fake out one. Something's taking a hit. Who's coming in? Nice. I'll take that. That's huge, actually. Okay. Speed Poseidon. That's fine. That's out Rillaboom. Okay. No, we can still totally call this back. 100%. I just detect here. Swap into hands. Hands will go down. Okay, I see the line. And they've already Terra'd. And surviving on one is the most clutch part of this. Okay. Paradark Sucker Punch. Draco. See if I get the call right. Nice. Okay. Yeah, and you go down. Huge. Do I connect the Draco? Yes. Okay. Sorry, I had to really think on that one. That turn one was really bad, so... I know I get a little more... I'm getting quieter over the times, but... I'm really working on, like, slowing down, thinking these through. And that is really hard to do. Okay, so I don't really see any reason. You can fake me out, but it's just not really going to do all that much damage. I'm just going to take the opportunity to get a free Draco Meteor into Rillaboom. That was canceled. Okay, good game to my opponent, yeah. Oh, sorry, yeah, I didn't really think about that. Really think about that. So I get a little quiet at the end there, so sorry about that. And I know my job is supposed to be, like, explaining what I'm thinking and doing all that kind of stuff. But when you're really getting into those situations, I'm like, I really got to lock in. Slow down. That's my big thing, and I think we all use that advice. I need to slow down. Think about what the best moves are. Brady, my coach, Vgc Corner, he taught me that term called greed index. It seemed like their greed index was really high. And I was thinking about that. I was like, I don't think they're going to make the swap on Fluttermane, and they might not even have Protect a lot of these times. These Speed Booster Flutters run 4 moves. It could be like Shadow Ball, Moonblast, Icy Wind, and then Taunt or Electro Web or Thunder Wave. But I was like, the way that they ripped Terra Water, Water Spout, turn 1, all this stuff, I really think they're going to go for the attack now that I've just protected. I think I can pick up the KO with Sucker Punch. So I was like, I'm really going to kind of play that game and see what I can do with this. And it ended up working out in my favor. I went for the Draco Meteor because that would KO the Rillaboom, and then I could just Sucker Punch what I presume to be Scarf Kyogre immediately after that, and it would be totally fine. There's no way Kyogre is going to survive that. So turn 1 was really, really bad. I made the read that it was Calm Mind Kyogre, and it wasn't. It was definitely Scarf. Probably like 95% sure it was Scarf. So turn 1 was really bad, but Iron Hands is cracked to the gills, lives on 1, literally. Nets us the win. Iron Hands the GOAT. Iron Hands the freaking GOAT. Maybe he'll be in the thumbnail for this one. Good game to my opponent. Dill, your team cooks. So good. It was so good. I think... No. I thought I was going to lose 1... we'll talk about this in the outro. I'll see y'all in just a second. All right, everyone. That is the team. So what are my thoughts? Team is super good. I see absolutely every single reason it got second place at UIC. I thought Dill played it super well from the battles that I saw. And overall, I think it's fantastic. I think Miraidon is the best restricted in Regulation G, and I don't think it's even close. It's just the most consistent. You do everything with it. It is so good. I went 5 for 6, but I actually went 6 for 6. So there's one match you're not going to see, and it's purely because it was a Japanese player. I should have known this because I was talking about this in the group of us that get coached by Brady. And basically they were like, with the GC coming up, if you see a Japanese player, just assume they're restricted as a choice item. And I was like, yeah, whatever. And so I go into this and I'm like, I get the Intimidate on a Calyrex Ice. And I'm like, okay, it's got to be AV. Because lately Japanese players have been loving utilizing Assault Vest, Calyrex Ice Rider. And I knock it off and it was Choice Band. And they had Scary Face on Grimmsnarl. So they actually managed to KO my Miraidon. Because I thought I was going to outspeed. Good news is that... And so I thought I had lost at some point. Because basically I had Farigiraf, which remember only has a Psychic move. And they had a Moongus and Grimmsnarl. So I had Farigiraf and like 6 HP Incineroar left. So I make a call... and they spore my Farigiraf, and I go to sleep. I take my first turn of sleep. Farigiraf only having a Psychic move means that if it's between Grimmsnarl and Farigiraf, I lose. So, Farigiraf falls asleep. I fake out Grim. I go for Flare Blitz into Grimmsnarl, but Grimmsnarl's faster, and I anticipate that they're gonna KO me with Foul Play. They instead Foul Play the Farigiraf. I KO with Flare Blitz on the Grimmsnarl, and then I wake up immediately, get a Psychic into the Amoonguss, knock it down to like 15%, and they went for a Pollen Puff, it did 2%, and I was like, I win right there, because it was Terra Water. Yeah, I thought I had lost, so I kind of was like, I don't know how much I feel about this game. Like, it was super gimmicky, and it's close because of the gimmicks, and that's not really the kind of play that I like to utilize. I want to utilize this in serious, like, competitive play, and they threw. So maybe I really wish I had finished recording that match. Dog, that was so clutch, but it is what it is. Anyways, the team really works. Iron Treads feels really strong. You're not bringing it into every single match. I'm basically only bringing it to Miraidon mirrors. Other than that, it's usually something like Miraidon. It's always like Miraidon, Iron Hands, Farige, and then one of Incin or Urshifu. So, Dill, you did great. You cooked. So awesome. Your hair, amazing. Love your hair, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that. But that's enough rambling for me. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Try out the team. It's super duper good. I highly recommend if you just want a ladder, just want to get high on the ladder, use it. For me, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and become a channel member. That would be really, really wonderful. channel would like to grow. I know Regulation G, we're starting to see a little dip in interest, but let's keep that train rolling. I see my videos, they're kind of going down. There's something else you'd like to see? Some other way that I can discuss or show you Regulation G format? Please leave that down in the comments below. I'm happy to take suggestions, see what we can do. But really, thank you all so much for watching. I've said my spiel. Hope you've had a good Sunday night. And always, as always, please remember that you are appreciated. All right. Peace.